So we're going to start a unit on polynomials. So your objectives is that you can identify polynomials for a degree in terms, and you can identify other important information about them. We are just kind of going to give you a general overview of polynomials. There is going to be a lot of vocab that you're going to have to know and memorize for this unit because we're going to be using these terms over and over again. So what is a polynomial? Well, a very long definition of the polynomial is that an expression made with constants, variables, and exponents, which are combined using addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Notice, not division. All exponents are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so no negative exponents. So some examples of a polynomial are these right here. We have integer coefficients, there's numbers, variables, and exponents. This is exponent 1. This one actually has exponent 0 that you don't see. Again, here's another numbers. We have adding, subtracting, and down here. These are non-examples. This one, we have a negative exponent, and this one we have a fraction. There is only adding, subtracting, or multiplying. Alright, so the term of polynomials is one of another definition, each part that is being added or subtracted. So if I want to look at how many terms each one has, this one has 1, 2, 3. And the way you figure it out is that they're separated by subtracting or addition. So this one has 3 terms. So let's look at the second one. Here is one subtraction sign, so my terms are 20x and negative 9. This one has a total of 4 of them. The coefficient of polynomials is the number in front of each one, not the variable. Okay? No for the variable, or x's or y's. Okay? So if I want to state the coefficients of this one, there is 7 for this one, negative 9, we use a symbol in front, and then 5 is also a coefficient. The coefficients on this one are 20 and negative 9. Coefficient of this one is, there's always a number there, 1, negative 1, 3, and negative 6 are my coefficients. Okay. So adding to our vocab, we have something called the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient is a term with the highest degree or exponent. So we take a look at this one right here. Whichever one has the highest exponent, this has exponent 1, 2, 5. 5 is our winner. That's the highest exponent. So the leading coefficient, its coefficient is 10. So in this example, our leading coefficient is 10. Again, no variable, just the number. The degree of the term is the exponent in each term. So we have 3 terms, 7x, negative 9x squared, and 10x to the 5th. So my degree of each one is the exponent. So the degree of this one is 1. The degree of this one is 2. The degree of this one is 5. If there is no variable, the degree is 0, which we'll talk about. Alright, so the degree of the polynomial. So we have the degree of the term, which is each individual term, and the degree of the actual whole polynomial, which is the highest exponent you see. So whatever the highest one is, which is 5, the degree of the polynomial is 5. 5 is our winner. Standard form of a polynomial. Standard form is putting them in order by their degree, which again is just the exponent from highest to lowest. So my first one here would be 10 x to the 5th. That term is first because it has the highest degree, followed by the negative 9x squared, and then plus 7x because 7 is positive. If you know you did it right, is that your degrees are in order from highest to lowest. It has nothing to do with your coefficients. The exponents are in charge. Alright, so naming polynomials, all polynomials have 2 names, and the way we get their names is based off their degree, which again the degree is the exponent, the highest exponent when it's in standard form. So their names from the 0 degree is called a constant, and yes, you have to memorize these. If it has a degree of 1, it is linear. Degree of 2 is quadratic. This is going to be our main focus for semester 2 after we get done with this unit. Then we have cubic. And anything that's 4th degree or higher, we say 4th degree, 5th degree, dot, 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 etc. Alright. So examples of these, a 0 degree constant, these are just numbers, like 8 or 15. Or they can even be negative, so negative 9. 1st degree linear, they just meet a single x, so 3x plus 1 works. Or they just might be like negative 10x. Just have a single x, their degree is 1, highest exponent. Quadratic means 2nd degree, so it needs, the highest one needs to be an x squared, and they could have some lower, like it could have a plus 3x plus 1. Cubic, highest is x cubed, or any variable cubed. And then 4 would be 4 and 5. Again, the degree is the highest exponent, not the numbers up front. Those are coefficients. Degrees are exponents. Alright, so then we have polynomials named by the number of terms. If it has only one term, it is called a monomial. And all these have nomial in them. 2 terms, binomial. Alright, 3 terms is a trinomial, like a tricycle. 4 terms, we can say it's quadnomial. And 5 terms, very impressive, we say 5th nomial, 6th nomial, dot, dot, dot. So important things to point out too, they all have nomial in them. And so forth. So if it has one term, that could be like 9x squared. There's only one term. A binomial could be like 2x cubed plus 6. There's 2 there. 3 would be like 2x squared minus 2x plus 7. There are 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. Obviously 4 terms would be, we'd have 4 of them. We could have x to the 5th minus 2x cubed plus 8x plus 2. Alright, so let's practice writing these polynomials in standard form and giving their names by degree and the number of terms and stating the leading coefficient. So putting them in standard form. Again, we have to see standard form is putting them in order by their exponent. This one has an exponent of 0 when there's nothing there. This one has an exponent of 1. So this term gets to go first, negative 2x, and then we have plus 5. So the name by its degree. Its degree, the highest power is 1, so then it is linear. Name by terms, there are 2 terms, 1, 2, so that is a binomial. And the leading coefficient is the number by the one of the highest, or when you put it in standard form, it is the leading number, so in this case, it's negative 2. Alright, so then let's look at the next one. If I put in standard form, I have a total of 3 terms. Each degree, this one has a degree of 4, degree of 2, degree of 0, because it's a constant. So the 3x to the 4th goes first, followed by 2x squared minus 4. My exponents are now in order. So the name by its degree is 4. So that is a 4th degree polynomial. There are 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. So that is a trinomial. Remember, all the names by terms have nomial in them. And the leading coefficient Who's in front by the highest power is 3. Alright, so the last two, putting them in standard form. This one has a degree of 1, 0, 2, 3. So x cubed gets to go first, minus 4x squared minus 2x plus 5. Alright, so now filling in the blank. Named by a degree. The degree is 3, is my highest exponent. So that is cubic. Named the terms are 4 terms, so that is a quadnomial. Leading coefficient. What number is all way in front that's invisible? That is 1. Alright, so last example. We have 2 is the degree of this, 0, 1. So 6x squared goes in front, minus 9x plus 7. So degree by the term is a quadratic. Now, a lot of students ask why quad means 2. It has something to do with a square. A square, when you square something, has 4 sides. So that's why it's called quadratic, and where the name came from. I know it's not that easy to remember. A quad actually means 2 for degree. Names by number of terms is a trinomial, because there's 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. Leading coefficient, number way in front, is 6. Alright, so start memorizing these vocabs, because yes, you do need to know them, and we'll be using them throughout. And when I say trinomial, you need to know what I'm talking about. Again, leading coefficient, that number out front when it's in standard form. Degree of the polynomial is the highest exponent. Reminder to do your reflection so you get credit for watching this video.